Hello, My Online Toolbox continuing with our education series to better help you strategically communicate with your programmer. We first began by helping you communicate efficiently with email subjects and file details, and then we moved into contractor provider content, far being superior over generic content writing. Then we moved into what's called XML sitemaps. It was our first technical information, and we showed how easy it was for you to understand XML sitemaps, as well as in part for schema markups. Now what we're doing is moving into Google Analytics. Google Analytics is a perfect way for you to get insights, for you to be able to improve your business specifically on how traffic is coming to your website. And more importantly, it's for free. Many of the topics you'll see are different ways to do data analytics and reporting. What we're going to do right now is quickly go to the first topic for acquisition reporting. And basically, it's where you have to understand how users are acquired across the various different mobile and desktop devices. And what we're going to do to show you a real good example to get comfortable with this topic is we're going to go right here to the bottom left for acquisition topics. And just a quick disclaimer that the following information has been slightly modified for competitive reasons. And what will happen is when you choose the acquisition option, the first topic is you could see all the different ways people are coming to your site, whether it's through organic search, direct, similar to you providing a link in an email, or social connections. And you can see all of the sessions over different periods of time. You could break it down to even further details of looking at the organic search, direct searches, social searches, and so forth. And what we love for you to be able to begin to understand, and we're definitely doctoring this since this will usually be shared with some of our competitors at some point too, is you could look at all of the different search queries on how people find you. And of course, our number one way of finding us is being intentionally blocked. But then we have many different permutations of the use of contractor and how people find our company, My Online Toolbox. You could sort endless different ways from increasing, decreasing. In this particular case, I started with looking at impressions. So there is one particular way that people find us that generate a tremendous number of impressions, as well as many clicks that come to our site. And this is one good example on how you're able to evaluate how people are finding you. And also, you could then go further and look at how people land, what's called landing pages, when they do find you. Where specifically do they go? And I put right now quickly the top one, that our homepage for contractor websites is an active place, but so are many others, including one that has many less impressions by almost more than 20%. But if you look at the number of clicks, there are many more people, even though there's less impressions, and it's in the average position further down on a search page results that is generating many different clicks. There's a couple of other things, pieces of information here we're intentionally omitting, but what happens is that you have to look at it as first, how do people find you in the first place? And then once they get to you, how are they engaged? So as you read from left to right, you could see here first the number of times that my search results appeared in the first place, the number of times people clicked, then the average position of where were those search results within the Google searching capabilities. Look at the number of sessions as well as the bounce rate, which is important because the bounce rate is when somebody basically comes to an individual page of your site, doesn't find as much information as they were hoping to find, and they leave. So in this particular case, I've highlighted 3 particular pages that people bump into, and that bounce rate is actually pretty high. And what you could do is then study those pages to say, okay, we find people are finding them, but why are they leaving? And then you could now take the next approach to doing better marketing once they found you, as opposed to first focusing on how to find you in the first place. And as I scroll to the right, you could see on a couple of them here, is that looking at the page sessions, you could also look and realize that a couple of the pages have a lot of good activity, meaning if you look at the second and third one down where there were 91 sessions and those people went to on average 3.62 pages, which is great engagement. But then as you read further down, you'll see that in addition to the high bounce rates of the 60% and above, you'll also notice that they only usually have gone to one but never more than 2 pages on average, and then they've left. So it's a great way to be able to look at those individual results to say something's wrong with those particular landing pages and to manipulate them to keep people further engaged. Keep in mind with Google Analytics, there's no need to be obsessed with the tool, but it's a great snapshot for you to look at every 1 to 3 months, depending on your business cycle and frequency of updating your website. Use the analytics as a way to measure what people are finding on your website, look at their behavior, and then adjust over time. And remember, there are other tools used to measure the popularity of keywords, which is completely separate than reviewing how people have interacted once they found you. Strategically communicate with your programmer. Again, there's really only one place to go here for the Google Analytics resources, and the best thing is to remember it's for free. So if that particular URL that's being shared up on top changes, it's very easy just to search for Google Analytics and you'll easily find it. So in summary, to continue on your strategic communications with your programmer, we now have 5 episodes of communicating efficiently with email subjects and file details, ensuring that the contractors provide unique content, which is far superior than generic content writing. The 2 technical topics we covered were XML sitemaps and schema markups, as well as Google Analytics to be able to review the results. We'll have a 6th one coming in a moment. Keep in mind, for those people who may be sharing these videos external to the actual education classes themselves, there's 2 separate topics when you're looking at a website. First is the responsive web design, how your website appears on the many different devices of desktops and mobile computing, such as tablets and smartphones. And then as an independent topic is SEO, search engine optimization, on helping you be found in the first place. We have a set of education series, both basic and advanced, and we also offer diamond marketing engagement for those contractors who have now taken a step up and need a true marketing plan before the website topics are even visited in the first place. So please visit my online toolbox if you're either looking for a brand new website or would like to take your marketing initiatives to the next level. Thank you very much, and we will continue with our 6th part of the series in a moment. Thank you.